Hi, my name is Layla Hassan now, and I am interacting with Windows.
I wonder if the Fry twins would still recognize London. A rooftop's still a rooftop.
All these callbacks, my god.
I wonder if
That's
the Fry
hilarious. I cannot talk to... What's her name again? Victoria? I think? Yeah, we're in this new underground assassin lab. It seems. Norotola? What?
How's it going out there?
Well, no threats in view.
I'm glad we could work together again.
I believe our working methods are compatible.
Are you still upset about our last run-in with Abstergo? I'm sorry, I didn't realize those hills in Quebec were so steep. But hey, you and your Yakuza reflexes saved us. Sorry, ex-Yakuza.
We're all alive and our injuries have healed. That's what matters.
Of course, I'll return to the Animus, then follow the trail Herodotus left to find the staff. But there's so many possibilities, so many choices. There's no way to know which ones are right. You used to run part of the Japanese Brotherhood. What would you do?
Take things one step at a time, observe then act, or kill everyone and search their pockets for answers. You decide.
I was just thinking, what about an Assassin's Creed set in some area, not area, some era in Japan? That would be really cool.
Thanks for watching our backs, Kiyoshi. I'll leave you to your work.
I'll report in if Abstergo drops by.
See our sniper guy, maybe? I love the weather, by the way.
I have visual on HQ. No
Alright,
threats in
beautiful. The beautiful glowing servers. And...
Looks third echelon. Or is it fourth?
Trying to see if there's any Carl. Any sort of Easter eggs. There were plenty last time. Omen rules.
Too bad we had to leave before we could drink some more caribou.
Okay, I don't know what caribou is. Probably some alcoholic beverage. There's pizza. Pan pizza. Okay. And we have...
The center of the universe, circa 400 BCE.
I sailed there not too long ago.
I should check
Oh
my
god,
email.
this will take a while. Oh dear, okay. Welcome, Layla Hassan. It's rainy, 15 degrees. And we have... Jeez, a lot to read. Let me just quickly save here. We have emails. Jeez, should I go through them chronologically? Probably from the back. Makes sense, okay. Greetings and salutations. From Layla to Harlan Cunningham. Hi Harlan, it's been a while. I tried to message you, but you've been offline. What's happening? My favorite sharp-dressed man? And then he replies, hello Layla, I'm sorry. There's been a lot going on. I just logged off to clear my head and focus on what's important. Don't worry, Harlan. Then from Layla to Harlan. Hi Harlan, what's wrong? Is it Errant? I just checked and he's offline too. Please tell me if you two are alright. Hello Layla, I'm sure he'll be fine. He's been quiet since he got back from the Australia mission. The new doctor says it's normal. I took some off to be with him. I found a website where I could order salted licorice and stroop waffles, so that's cheering him up. Are stroop waffles even Australian? I'm not sure. Anyway, Harlan, are Aaron's eating junk food and doctors watching him? And I just checked and nobody's finished their reports? What the hell happened in Australia? Hello Layla, I'll call you, okay? Harlan. I would love to if they just did a whole email thread instead of single emails, but it's fine. So this is from Harlan to Layla again. Hello Layla. So like I mentioned, the memorial service for Charlotte will be Thursday at 10. If Galina calls you, please let her know. She left me 2 phone messages, but she didn't leave a number and I haven't been able to reach her. She might be self-medicating. Oh. Hey Harlan. It's okay, let Galina have her bender. Galina let her bender, and remember that Aaron's appreciating all the care you're giving him, even if he can't express it right now. Keep being an angel, you. Okay, from Harlan to Layla. Hello, Layla. Sorry for sidetracking you with personal issues. Was there something you wanted to ask me? Don't worry. I was just going to ask if you wanted to join me on a mission in Canada, but I can't do it myself. I wonder what they were doing in Canada. Hello, Layla. Have you been in touch with Kiyoshi? He was in Australia too, and he's been asking for work. I'll call him. Dear Miss Hassan. Oh, this is from Kiyoshi. Alright. I heard you might be seeking a team member. I am available currently. Takakura Kiyoshi. Okay. Dear Mr. Takakura, can I call you Kiyoshi? Did I get your names in the right order? Hi. I heard the mission in Australia was very rough. I can't believe how you pulled off that escape. The three of you, I mean. I'm sorry. Are you sure you wouldn't rather take some time off like Aaron and Galina? Dear Layla, no need to time off. For time off, I'm ready to work. Okay, all duty. Okay, return to active duty protocol from Victoria, who's currently pacing behind me. Dear Mr. San, please let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Victoria Bibo, and I've recently been brought on a resource person by your group. Mr. Kiyoshi Takakura is under my care. Of course, details are confidential. Please be aware that I do not recommend a return to active duty for my patient. Okay. Dear Dr. Bibo, are you freaking kidding me? Dr. Bibo of Abstergo's Airy project, the world's top expert on the bleeding effect? Is this some kind of Abstergo infiltration attempt? Because if so, this is not the Layla you're looking for. Layla, who definitely didn't leave Abstergo in a hail of gunfire and shredded files. Oh yeah, that was a fun ending to Origins. I'll spoil that now. Okay, so she's a top expert on the bleeding effect. That's interesting. The bleeding effect is basically happening to the person using the animus after a while. So they kind of gain the abilities that the person they are watching has. So basically Layla can climb and assassinate people all of a sudden. Well, not all of a sudden, but after a while. Dear Layla, yes, that's me. I assure you, this is not a trap. Oh, very reassuring. Dear Dr. Babo, it's a trap. Dear Miss Hassan, I assure you, I mean nothing of the sort. William Miles could update you if you require more proof of my current position. And last one. Dear Dr. Babo, sorry, I was making a joke. You know, it's a trap. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Okay, double checking. From Layla to Kiyoshi. Dear Kiyoshi, are you sure you're ready for this? Dr. Babo just poked me to say you're not cleared for return on duty. This is kind of worrisome that he's, you know, not fully in shape. Dear Layla, while I respect Dr. Babo and her medical opinion, I believe a return to duty is necessary. I can be of service to the assassins. Also, this assignment will give me something to do other than sit in my quarters and wait. Makes sense. Dear Kiyoshi, I getcha. You're the type who needs to work through your problems. I feel that too. Okay, consider yourself on board. I'll just tell Dr. Daycare that you'll be doing desk duty as my researcher. But feel free to get up from the desk and kick ass if you know what I mean. Dear Layla, thank you for understanding. Dr. Daycare? Dear Kiyoshi, don't tell anybody, but that was her nickname back at Abstergo. She was in charge of putting kids through some super secretive branch of the Animus program. Well, teenagers. It's not that weird they have pliable brains, oh god. And really, I'd have known about the Animus when I was a teenager. No, sorry, if I had known about the Animus when I was a teenager, I would have given my left arm and right cerebellum, I don't know how to say all these medical terms, to get in there. And from Kiyoshi, I'm guessing, Dear Layla, I see, thank you. So he's always very, you know, shortcut in his answers. I like it. Team effort. Okay, from Layla to Victoria. Dear Dr. Bibo, I know you're in charge of this treatment, but Kiyoshi's really keen on staying busy, so I told him you might let me be my backup for my next mission. It's a really short gig, and I'll put him on desk duty as a researcher. I know Miles has a candidate, Alana. She sounds cool, but he's still getting her up to speed. Quebec City's safe as a stone house, and the trip will keep Kiyoshi out of trouble, you know? I can't read. Jeez. Okay, dear Layla, your proposal could be acceptable so long as he is properly supervised and performs only light duties. So I've spoken with William and gotten his blessing to join your mission. I know I'm a recent addition to your group, but I lived in Quebec City for many years and I speak fluent French. Well, who'd have thought? Okay, our next assignment. Dear Layla, Dr. Bibot contacted me. Sounds like we're in daycare. He's funny. I like him. Dear Kiyoshi, you're a funny guy. Yeah, okay. So that's our email. Done. Do we have any photos yet? We do not. We have audio files though. 1.
The Lost Book of Herodotus. The Spear of Leonidas. If I didn't work for the assassins, I wouldn't believe it. I'm still not sure I believe it. But a little luck and a lot of research later, and we've got ourselves the archaeological find of the century. At least, we would if I could publish it.
Okay, so this entire thing just kind of gives us back, keeps us up to speed with, you know, the general backstory, what's been happening between Origins and now, I'm guessing. We are, okay, can't really use that. The Quebec Caper, so there's certain files we can check out. The setup. Okay, how does that work? Okay, Layla, I'm in. How'd you manage that? Let's just say I left a crypto key under the doormat in case Abstergo escorted me out. Was your hunch right? Yep, just in time. They have a location, Notre Dame de Quebec, but I can't find the relic. I'm sure it must be there. I guess they don't have a Catholic on their team like you do. No way. Quebec City, here we come. Okay, it's weird with these chat messages, but fine. Okay, potential descendant. Recollects those who possess the ability of recollection. 15th century order of Franciscan monks, FR Recollects, I don't know. 1614, King Louis XIII requested that Samuel de Champlain take a selection of recollects to Canada. Order was abruptly disbanded upon return to France. Operative redactive, tracing bloodline redacted. Recollect friars, Father Denis Jamais, Father Jean Dalbeau, Father Joseph La Coron, Brother Pacifique Duplessis, Brother Nicolas Viel, drowned in 1925. Oh. Location, Cathedral Basilica of Notre Dame de Quebec. 4 centuries of treasures and archives here. 900 people buried under the cathedral. Excavation uncovered hidden relics. Operative summary. Search of Cathedral Basilica of Notre Dame de Quebec. Target item not found. Operative update, September 5th, 2017. Agents have the location under surveillance awaiting new intel. Okay. So that wasn't a successful mission, I'm guessing. The Cathédrale Basilica Notre Dame de Quebec. Architectural masterpiece, 1633. Historical landmark and blood repository. Oh. Relics in here somewhere. Crypt? Pretty. I love her notes. Victoria, our good Catholic girl, says valuable relics are often moved to altar. Problem, Church Golden Jubilee, crowded with congregants on pilgrimage. Our window, September 7th, 2018, cycling race, keep the cops busy. Victoria, blend with congregants. Distracted priests get near altar. Kiyoshi, climb along rooftop in bell tower. Wait for signal. Wear earplugs. And Layla, ropes better fit. So Kiyoshi's our ninja, which is so stereotyped, but I love it. Okay, new artifacts unearthed during recent excavations at Basilique Cathédrale Notre Dame de Quebec. Okay, so they were semi-successful? His icon! Oh god, I love him. Kiyoshi, area clear. Slip first responder $1. Okay, nice work. Media's got their story. Managed to get the gold paint off, Kay? Paint isn't a bother, it's the ringing in my ears. I can't believe you pulled that off. If you can't believe in a golden Kiyoshi angel flying overhead, what can you believe in? I love him. That I believe in.
Hier soir, un cambriolage a eu lieu à la basilique cathédrale Notre-Dame de Québec. Heureusement, les dégâts au bâtiment historique sont minimes. Le secrétariat de la paroisse rapporte que les malfaiteurs sont partis en laissant derrière la cible du vol.
Okay. Okay, cool. Reality is a simulation. March 30, 2018. Took a deep dive into theories about our reality being a simulation and ended up on the weird end of the internet. I'm just gathering information at this point. Not all that I have found has been useful. It's hard to imagine the world we know being another layer of the Animus, but it makes sense in its own way. Scary. 10 religious artifacts with supernatural powers. Chilling top 10s. Miracles. Just how real are they? These relics all have some kind of story attached to them. Good, bad, or divine. Don't forget to subscribe for more lists like this. Follow our social media for new lists and updates every day. Buy some merch. Relic Saints top 10s. Boops funny fail compilation. Are these the tags? I'm pretty sure. Comment 1. Cool video. Check out my channel. Comment 2. In before. No holy grail. Okay. Serial number? The question mark. Secret science investigations. Ancient Greece. Secrets of ancient Greece revealed. Atlantis. Where did it sink, and can satellite photos help us find it? I'm pretty sure we'll find it. Don't miss. Was Herodotus an Illuminati puppet? Hercules. Man or myth? Did demigods walk the earth? Three-headed dogs. The Russian following in Demikov's footsteps. New studies. Pythagoras. What did he know? The founder of the popular theorem also believed that numbers were the key to unlocking the universe. Oh, maths. Okay, simulation theory. Okay, so Layla. Hey, we are Hive Mind. I was in Egypt recently and out with some friends when the topic of reality as a simulation came up. It's a bit tinfoil hat, but an interesting theory. Does anyone have any academic resources on this? The real Betty Bloop. There's an article that, written 2 years ago. You might want to read up on Hans Moravec. Oh, I know Moravec's work from some studies I looked into on AI and transhumanism. I didn't know he also had theories related to reality being a simulation. He's a science guy working on it. If you want a philosopher, I'd check out Nick Bostrom. IA 420 on April's Fools. Aw, damn it. Sometimes I think I'm living in a simulation. I'll set things down and they'll move on their own. Sometimes I think I can see holes in my walls that just go to nowhere. You mean windows? Is your house made of Swiss cheese? So many funny people. Okay, getting the team together. Let's see. From Texas. Harlan Cunningham. Oh, this is Harlan. Okay. Speaks English, Italian. VG, hand-to-hand and firearm skills. Undercover potential high. Tourist? Art dealer? Vatican? Not this time. Off duty for personal reasons. Okay. Then we have Alana Ryan. Speaks English, Latin, Ancient Greek, Sanskrit. Historian, rugby player. Historian, rugby player. Combat aptitude not yet evaluated. Expertise on ancient documents and church construction could be valuable. Not yet, still in training, next time. Oh. Then here's Kiyoshi Takakura. Look at him. Speaks Japanese, English. VG hand-to-hand. I don't know what VG means. Bladed weapon and firearm skills. Former Yakuza. Undercover potential with cooking gastronomic skills. Guest chef for Quebec City restaurant or food festival. Yes, but make sure he doesn't overwork himself off a recent tough mission. Okay, and this is probably Victoria. Victoria Bebeau. Speaks French and English. MD Psychiatry. PhD in Neurophysiatry. Yeah. Specialized in neural system approach to emotional memory function, personality structure, and psychopathology. Left Abstergo after the Ascendance event, recruited by William Miles for unprecedented expertise. Assigned to mission, remember if you kill her, then you'll be unemployed. Makes sense. Okay, and now we're packing for Greece. Okay, Animus console prototype variant. Accessing extrapolated data reconstruction. Subject, descendant of Leonidas. Estimated accuracy 76.3%? That's not very high. Are you comfortable with that rate of accuracy? We're using a century-old text to supplement the DNA memory from centuries-old blood. Hopefully the gaps will overlap. Understood. Burke had a problem with simulation rated below 80%. Burke had a lot of problems. Okay. Greece. Officially Hellenic Republic. Historically Hellas. First signs of human ancestors. Circa 270,000 BCE. Earliest civilization circa 3,200 BCE. Independence from Ottoman Empire declared 1821. Joined European Communities, now European Union, in 1981. Successively part of the Roman Empire. Byzantine, I don't know how you say it in English, to be honest. Empire, Venetian territory, then Ottoman Empire. Mountainous countryside with Mediterranean climate, called the birthplace of Western culture by historians. Okay. And a postcard. Okay. Herodotus and his work. Herodotus called the father of history. I actually read about this guy. Influential family, Herodotus was himself forced to go into exile in Samos, but then took part in the coup that overthrew Lycdemis, studied and wrote history travel books, gave public lectures, gained fame in drachmae. Greatest work was his History, relies on interviews rather than records, which generally didn't exist anyway. Accuracy disputed, but influence undeniable. His work is credited with saving a mass of invaluable information of archaic and early classical Greece. His work is methodical and extensive. He wrote about Greece and surrounding areas. He travels the Black Sea, visited the Scythians, and lived in Egypt for months. His books were like travel guides to the ancient world. Okay, true. Though some of this work on the non-Greek cultures was specious. You mean that there wasn't a tribe of cannibals in India who threw feasts with their descendant friends as both guests of honor and the main curse? I'll say a hard no to that. Let's hope this lost book doesn't include that kind of cultural glitch. From what I've been able to interpret so far, he does mention a group of ancient geniuses who sound suspiciously like the Isu. His lost book is supposed to contain the story of a heretofore unknown hero who was a descendant of Leonidas I of Sparta. And we know the spear of Leonidas is an Isu artifact. Leave it to the father of history to connect the dots. Alright. Spear of Leonidas. Rumored to be powerful and deadly hand-to-hand weapon. Isu technology capable of multiple improvements. Interesting. Unpredictable mental effects. Genetic memory storage. Passed down from Leonidas to his grandchild. Okay, who is Aletheia? I think Aletheia was the voice we heard right at the end there. Oh god, okay, Isu architecture. So the Isu, aka precursors, or those who came before, they're humanoid and they're ancient. They have triple helix DNA and 6 primary senses. The Isu say they created Homo sapiens to serve them, and who knows if they're wrong. Abstergo classifies them as Homo sapiens divinus, though they waffle on whether they're gods or not. Sometimes individual Isu say they aren't, but usually they act like they are. Isu say they aren't? Okay, sorry. They like to give themselves god names anyway. Wait, weren't ancient gods named after them? It's sort of chicken and egg situation. We know that the Isu had other names before they took on the ones we know, like Juno was also called Uni. And just to check, Aletheia's not a goddess name, is it? You got it, boss. It literally means truth. But if you ask Heidegger, well, not literally, he's dead, it means the disclosure of truth. He dedicated huge chunks of philosophy to defining exactly what that meant. What's the short version? Aletheia is unconcealedness, as opposed to correspondence, which is truth as accurate definition of reality, or coherence, which is truth as statements that are consistent with the rest of a reality. Okay, I think I'll leave the philosophy to you while I'll handle the tech. Deal? Works for me. Okay, the Capitoline Isu. So the next thing to realize is there's Isu, and then there's Isu. The main movers and shakers were the Capitoline Triad. The Capitoline Triad, Jupiter, Minerva, and Juno. Those three were scientists who formed a team who saved the world from being destroyed by a solar flare. They were like superheroes with ulterior motives. Jupiter and Minerva appeared to sympathize with humans, but really only seemed to make a move after the Toba catastrophe nearly snuffed us out. Juno was in it for the Isu, but mostly for herself. One of those world-saving solutions was the eye that killed Desmond, wasn't it? Exactly. It worked short-term, but long-term seems more iffy. If iffy is a word you can use when you're talking about the end of the world as we know it. So Aletheia did seem to imply that reality was shifting, or that multiple realities were shifting as calculations were made. I thought you were leaving me the philosophy. So this is entirely retelling the story of Assassin's Creed so far, at least the modern history. Okay, Juno. So one of the most powerful Isu was Juno. She raised an army of followers trying to help her and her husband Aita get bodies. She wanted to move out of the gray, or virtual existence in some kind of spiritual tech hybrid afterlife. And the Phoenix Project was going to do just that. The plans were so dangerous that neither the Assassins nor Templars could take it on alone, so we teamed up, for a while. I heard about your colleague Charlotte de la Cruz. I'm sorry, so am I. Weird question. So I know Mr. Burke used some special explosives to make sure there wasn't any DNA left. But wouldn't there be some trace of the Koh-i-Noor? I mean, you'd think some shards of such a powerful artifact should have survived. Alana, when Burke blows something up, he blows it up with extreme prejudice. I can't read. The site is sterilized. So another weird question. How did Kiyoshi, Galina, and Arendt get away then? Too soon, Alana. Too soon. Oh boy. So they were... Oh, I get it. Okay, so they were on the mission that ultimately, I think, destroyed Juno? Okay, Hermes. We don't know much about this Isu, except that he was one. He was one. The Greeks and Egyptians both worshipped him. His special followers called themselves Hermeticist? Oh god. The god Hermes, particularly in the form of Hermes Trismegistus, was all about magic and alchemy, and his staff is the inspiration for the Caduceus. Wink wink. In theory, he met Pythagoras and gave him his staff. We're betting a lot on this theory. We're extrapolated that the staff is the key to the Isu, equations of reality theory. Based on the information we got in Egypt, the Isu are convinced that understanding the mathematical rules of the universe is the basis to changing it. Are you convinced? I'm convinced it might be true, and that's enough to make that staff very powerful and very, very dangerous. So, Aletheia. So, who is Aletheia? She, that's a guess, I didn't record her using any pronouns, called herself that. She has a grudge against the rest of the Isu for their godlier-than-thou attitude. The Isu unified front showed cracks before, like that time Minerva and Juno argued in front of Desmond, and when Consus reached through time to contact the assassins behind Juno's back. But this is a new level of insubordination. Unfortunately for us, Aletheia seems to be on humanity's side. No, fortunately, sorry. Yeah, she reminds me of Martin Luther, nailing his 95 Theses to the church door. Maybe this is the start of the great Isu schism. You've got a knack for naming things, you know that? Thanks, boss. Besides, she's a hacker. I like her. Hacking? Is that what she was doing to the transmissions? Sorry, I realized there's more to my department than myself. No, sorry, than yours. You heard the voice change, right? That's when the retransmission got hacked, replaced right under the other Isu's metaphorical nose. How did you think she did it? Good question. If you want to brute force the problem, try all the security protocols until you find one that works. Then lock everyone else out so they can't undo your work. If you're analog, get a stronger transmitter, Mexican radio style. Aletheia's big advantage is having all the time in the world to find a solution. Like Consus, she seems to be able to see multiple times at once and communicate across them, or multiple realities. I only wish I could do that kind of multitasking. If anyone could, it would be you, boss. Whew, okay, I think we're done with that for now. That was a lot of reading. We'll check out the rest of this hub and probably return to the open seas in a bit. See you then.